Hey, comic book community, Long Box Love Affair here with another comic book haul. Before I get into this haul, which is massive, make sure you're subscribed to my channel. If you like what you see, hit that thumbs up, and then feel free to leave a comment down below. I do my best to answer those when I can. So I went up to visit my father out of town in my hometown, and if you are watching my recent videos, I did an estate sale haul in two parts. I went 2 days to this estate sale and had great luck, found amazing books. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with them, where to store them. I need to rebag them. Lots of stuff to do. But before that estate sale, I did comic book hunting. And even after that estate sale, I did comic book hunting. There's a lot of comic book stores in the immediate vicinity of where I lived. I didn't know this as a kid, and we didn't travel downtown or anywhere else. We stayed pretty much in our hometown. So now that I'm an adult, I've been able to find these other shops. Some of them have popped up recently. They weren't there when I was a kid. So it's been fun to go back to these new haunts of mine. So before I even get to my dad's, I go on the opposite side of town and I go comic book hunting at this one store that has great stock. They have a lot of great back issues. And I'm like a kid in a candy store there. I bought my first Annihilus there. I bought some other key issues. I found an Iron Man, Invincible Iron Man 1, the Riri Williams series. I found the second print of that there for $4 a while back. So, gosh, maybe that was a year ago or so. So I'm going to start off with a couple bangers that I picked up that were behind the counter. I did buy quite a bit, and the last book I picked out is the one that I'm going to show you today. Conan #1. This is a book I've wanted forever. I've never actively hunted it because frankly, I've never really seen it in the wild. And there's a couple times where I could have picked up this book, not on the cheap, but relatively, market rate from several years ago. Now this book is starting to go up. There's a lot of rumors of a series, or I think there's a confirmation of a Netflix series. I could be completely wrong with that, but there's talks of a series happening. And I thought I should pick this up before it becomes completely unattainable. So it was on the wall for $350. It has some wear. It's not a perfect copy, but it is complete. The spine looks really nice on this. And it's Barry Windsor-Smith artwork, and I'm a huge Barry Windsor-Smith fan. I wish he did more stuff recently. I think he is older right now and probably not producing. He did that Monsters trade, which I haven't read I haven't read that. So I picked this up. And because of all the other books I was getting, I asked if he could be flexible on this. And so he gave this to me for $300. I thought that was a decent deal, and I appreciated him working with me on that. It was a really great, it's a great store. So I picked that up. I also picked up, let's see, Avengers 23, the first Ravonna Renslayer from the Loki TV show. Kang is in this. So I picked this up before Loki aired and hopefully get ahead of the spec if there's anything that happens with this book. But I've been picking up Avenger key issues in the Silver Age, so that's one of them. I also picked up, and I don't see this book ever, Fantastic Four 25. There's not many on eBay, or at least there wasn't at the time. It's a classic fight with the Thing versus the Hulk. It's not the first one, but it is sort of a classic crossover, early Silver Age crossover. I'm surprised to see this for relatively cheap. I'd been looking for this book before people were specking on it. It's Marvel Premiere 10. The first Shuma Gorath, I think, or Gore. Yeah, I don't know how. Shuma Gorath, yeah. And I've been picking up some Doctor Strange keys. I love the Marvel premieres. I love Marvel, anything Marvel 2-in-1 or whatever, the key issues of those. So pick this up. It is a hard one to get at an affordable rate. I got that for around $60, $65. Picked up Moon Knight 14. First appearance of a character that is going to be in the Moon Knight TV show. These are purely spec pickups for me. I haven't been a Moon Knight collector, but they were so cheap I couldn't leave them behind. I was in the shop as the Key Collector app dinged and said that this book was one people are looking for, so I found it, which is nice when that happens. Doctor Strange 60. I found this for $6. This is about a $25 book now, but it's Dracula, Darkhold, Scarlet Witch tie-in. So low threshold for risk on that spec. Also picked up Doctor Strange 81, the last issue of the series, and the first appearance of this character whose name now escapes me. Pick these up because they're super fun. X-Men 61 for $6. This is a reprint. This is definitely a reprint because it has a 90s ad on the back. I believe these are the JCPenney reprints, which were they're sought after. They're a niche market. So I picked that one up, and then also for $6 I picked up issue number 60. Cool Neil Adams covers there. And then last but not least at this store for $10 I picked up Doctor Strange 170, a cover appearance, potentially the first cover appearance of Nightmare. Another spec buy in case Nightmare is a character that appears in the TV shows. I went to another of my favorite shops, and they always give me a discount even though I'm so infrequently there. I only go up 2 or so times a year. But I picked up Totally Awesome Hulk 15 for $12, but I also got a discount on it. And 16 for 10. So these were the first team appearance of the Enforcers. At another shop I went to, I was actually a little turned off. I was looking at books. The guy at the counter was in the bins, and he was pricing stuff. And so there was a Sleepwalker #1 that looked pretty minty that I was going to pick up. I asked him the price of it. He's like, I haven't gotten to it. And I was just like, okay, but in my mind, I'm like, you have a potential buyer. Why don't you figure out the price? Look it up or something. But he had no interest in doing that. He was very standoffish, and I was just like, whatever, whatever. I almost didn't buy anything, but I did buy this Strange Tales 171, the third appearance of Brother Voodoo, and I bought this for $10. And I bought a couple of modern issues. Begrudgingly, I bought this because the guy was pretty rude and standoffish in my mind. I was like, you have no reason to be. I was a potential customer, and I wasn't rude about my request. I was just like, there's no price on this. And he's like, yeah, I haven't gotten to it, and I'm not going to, basically, is what he insinuated. So other books. Was surprised at another store. So I went to like 6 or 7 comic shops while I was at my dad's. The other store I picked up, I was surprised I saw this, Savage Dragon 102. This is an Invincible cameo. I picked this up for $3. I'm excited about that. Thor God of Thunder, #7. I picked this up for $4. I've been trying to collect the whole run of this. Love the Ribic artwork, at least on the covers. And I would like to eventually read all of this. Part of my comic book club that I'm part of. Several years ago, we read the Gore, the God Butcher, and the God Bomb story. So I'd like to finish the run and reread the Gore books, obviously because of the movie. Picked up some Moon Knights. Moon Knight 190. It's actually a really cool cover. 189. Just for the sheer potential investment of this, I picked up Meet the Skrulls #1, the second print. There were basically none on eBay. I picked this up for $20. I might have overpaid. I'm not sure. But in the end, I was like, there's not many on eBay. This is a really nice copy. I don't know if it's a 9/8 contender. It potentially could be. It's in Mylar. And I'll hold on to it and see if anything comes of Secret Invasion. I've been also trying to pick up the Scarlet Witch miniseries. I found a whole bunch at a convention for pretty cheap, and so I was missing a couple of them, including this one, Scarlet Witch #10. This is a classic cover, underprinted. A lot of people have been showing this. Not a lot, but a few YouTubers have been showing these on their channels. Really cool Scarlet Witch cover. Same store, they had Earth 2 #1. This is the first appearance of those versions of Green Lantern, Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman. This was the week that Nice House on the Nice House on the Lake came out, so I picked this one up. I have the variant cover B, and I have the Deletra cover as well, the incentive 125, so I'm pretty well covered for this run. If you haven't read it, I really enjoyed it. I'm a horror movie fan, so this kind of reeks of that. Picked up Haunt #1. Now this is a character that you could say I'm just picking this up for the spec of it. I read the issues. I collected all 1 through 20 some odd back in the day. I've sold them off. I didn't love how they ended the series, but the series started off really strong, I thought. It's a symbiote. It's in the Spawn universe, technically. It's a McFarlane Capullo, Ryan Ottley creation. And they had Haunt's picture on the Todd McFarlane cover of Spawn Universe. So will he appear in the Spawn Universe stuff? I don't know. But his face was on the cover, so I'm specking on that. And for $5 to have this back in the collection, why not? So this is a book I've always wanted. New Mutants Annual #1, first appearance of Lila Cheney. I should have worn my Lila Cheney shirt, but it's not a mint. I bought it for $6. It's got some spine creases, but the ones I've found in the wild have been really tattered on the sides, so the black cover makes that hard. Bill Sinkovitz's cover, I believe. So I'm gonna check that out. Also, jumping back to Haunt, I picked up #3. This is the second print, so I figured this is before people were clamoring for second prints. Why not grab this just in case? And last but not least, this book was on the top 10 on CBSI that week. Thor #2, second print. It's a second copy for me. Picked it up for $4.50. So I couldn't leave that behind for that. I don't have this issue in third print. I wish I did, but this is a fabulous run. I love the Jane Foster Lady Thor story that Jason Aaron did. It's one of my favorites, and it actually got me into reading Thor at that time, and I still do. So that's my haul. I'm super excited about the back issues. I spent a lot of money when I visited my dad on comics. I think I have a problem, and I need to scale back. But these were the books that I'm specking on. These are the books I'm trying to complete so I could read the series, and just some fun books that I wanted to have in my collection. So we'll see how they all turn out if they're spec, and otherwise I'm enjoying having them in the collection. I will probably get my Conan 1 pressed and graded and clean, just because that would look so nice in there. But I definitely want to look through it first, and I definitely want to maybe even read it, or maybe I'll try to get a reprint and read it. So if you like this, hit that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. We're getting closer to 5,000 subscribers, which is so awesome. And looking forward to seeing you next time. So take care. Bye-bye.